hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand. Been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. It's Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Here with Trisha and Casey. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Indeed. How are we doing, Trisha?
Good. I'm excited.
Excited for a field trip later
I'm
today?
excited. I am not working all day today. I love a mini day off, a little mini break.
Me too.
That's
Except I don't. No, that's not true. I mean, it's hard to call it work at this point. I think that's what I struggle with. Like days off. What are those?
See, that's the difference between you and me. If I had a choice, I would never do this ever again. I have so many passions, side projects, hustles that have nothing to do with HubSpot. I love HubSpot, but been doing it a long time. There's other things I want to do too.
There are. That's good. That's a good thing for sure.
And today is cruising Flushing, stopping in like 2 different food courts, hitting up Joe's Rice Rolls, Shinlu Noodles, all the hits.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. Me too.
You know what I'm excited for?
Updates?
Indeed.
Nailed it.
Especially updates from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
What happened yesterday? So many?
There's just a lot of good ones from yesterday that that weren't there. Sometimes they're
Okay.
there, sometimes.
I'm seeing 5 from today. Oh, you
I
got
just
the filter-
refreshed.
You got the filters on. I bet there's a filter there.
You're
Yeah.
right.
You've got
I'm
more than-
trying
You've got 7 from today. I've
to get back.
got 5.
Fun.
So
It's
I have
one-
a question heading into this. I think it was August-ish last year, July, August-ish. And it seems like HubSpot dropped like a couple hundred like all at once. Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, they do that twice a year, one at Spring Spotlight and one at Inbound.
But
Yeah.
but it's before inbound, right? Inbound, outbound.
So this is actually interesting. A lot of times the inbound, unbound releases, if you're paying attention, a lot of times we've already seen some chunk of them. Chris is making eyes. Like, there's usually big ones that are totally new that we haven't seen before, but out of the hundreds that they drop, a lot of times there is a subset that are things that we've already been talking about or we've seen in private betas and things like that. Like, I bet there's some Agent Hub stuff that we've already seen that will be kind of a big thing at Unbound. And then there's that other thing, the app, which we haven't seen so much about lately, but the describe it, build an app inside.
Yep. They've taken a step back and are working on it.
Okay.
So they brought it back in to alpha mode or
Okay.
not available private beta mode, whatever that is. I do think last year was felt a little bit different in terms of that the week of inbound, like 200 updates, like because we were doing the daily show back then, and usually we would clear the plate. We definitely cleared it before going to San Francisco, and then we show up on Wednesday, and it was like 80 updates or something on September 3rd. So yeah, there's usually an uptick. And when you like talk to product managers, they all have Unbound as a deadline to get something done that's on their plate. So, and I think they've also gotten better at communicating and keeping these things updated. So as more updates happen, it's definitely more transparent and probably feels like more is happening because more is happening.
Getting at is, if you're paying attention to the daily updates, are you really going to be surprised by something big and new? And it sounds like you're going to be surprised.
Yes. Yeah.
The bigness of that TBD. There will be surprises.
There definitely will be. And it's fun, like, for us to still be surprised. But what that usually means is like the other people, they don't even know what the first update is. And then they see 300 updates. And it's like, oh, okay, we'll get to that. We'll think about that someday. Not right now. So we're going to do our best to help with that feeling, starting now, but also we've got some fun things we've been chatting about to happen after Unbound, and we're just going to keep on keeping on solving that awareness gap. For things like, my favorite updates are when they just put words together that aren't normally together, like this one on the top of the list.
Oh, I'm
AI
so that one.
Filing agent for segments.
Those are words I know. I know each of those words.
What is it? An AI-powered filing agent in account cleanup that analyzes your unfiled segments and suggests how to organize them into folders. You can review, adjust, and apply the changes in a few clicks.
Why does it matter? Accounts with large numbers of segments often have a number of unfiled assets that are easy to ignore and time-consuming to address manually. This agent does the analysis for you. It analyzes your segments, groups them into suggested folders, and lets you act on those suggestions without touching each segment individually. One of my favorite things with any AI, when AI does something that people don't do, I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Like, that seems like such a great use of AI to me.
Let's do that. 10 out of 10. Like, I am constantly like, and could you put that in a folder?
And my only plus EBI, even better if. And maybe this already exists, but like, I just want AI to be like, hey, these 4 segments are literally identical. That is
Yeah. So here's the last 5 times that you imported this exact same list.
Yes.
And we created these segments. So now here's a quick video, and I'll walk you right through it of how we're going to create a dynamic version of this list. Yeah, it's unfortunate but I understand it that it's at enterprise only. Because a lot of these grand cleanup features right now, and it makes sense, like, at that level, you're more likely to have more of this data. But I would say anybody with a non-zero number of segments likely has unfiled segments. And like, I've been hopeful for this for a while. And when you like, especially when there's requests like, oh, we need folders, for workflows or reports, or like all the places that it took a long time to get the folders. It's like, if you've ever seen other CRMs with folder structures for that stuff, it's not good. It's not good. So maybe when the AI gets here, let it handle, the folder situation. Because Trisha, I know I could put it in a folder, but that means you could put it in a folder too. So why don't you just automate that up for us? That's what we're paying HubSpot to do, right? I like this update, and I hit the beta button.
Insert Sparkle soundboard.
Yeah, as
my 2027 goal.
George is here.
Yeah.
Let's get my soundboard on.
And see the soundboard that's plugged in and on, but not set up. Oh, content media goals. Reverse sort on the activity timeline.
Oh, this is interesting.
Forward-looking statement at the front. This is in development. What is it? You can now reserve the sort order on any record's activity timeline to see the oldest activity first.
I think they meant reverse. Not you can now reserve, but you can now reverse the sort order.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. I immediately blamed Chris. I was like, Chris.
I can only do so much active transformation while I'm speaking live. I did miss that one. Yeah.
I who have misspoken thousands of times. We've had hundreds of shows. I've misspoken thousands of times. And I immediately was like, Chris.
Come on.
So why does this matter? Reps often want to know how a contact company ticket or deal got into the CRM and what they converted on. Previously, answering that question required scrolling through the activity timeline back to the beginning of the contact's history. This manual work slowed teams down. Now, reverse sort gets you there faster. Whether you're catching up on a record before a call or tracing an old support ticket back to where it started, ensuring you have access to the information you need most.
Okay, I was late to grokking what this is. I am now ecstatic. I thought it meant like in an index view, a specific column you could sort, but there's so many columns you can't sort. This is amazing. How many times I've been like, scroll back down to 2019. Oh my God.
I started laughing when I was reading required scrolling through the entire activity timeline because the time I've spent
doing that.
Product team, if you're watching, great update. I love this.
Great.
What this has me thinking is there a world where we have like a way of filtering specific time of activity? So my use case product team is I often am being asked, why did someone cross this lead scoring threshold? And sometimes that question gets asked to me weeks, months after that actually happened. And so it would be nice if I could say, okay, they became an MQL in April. What was all their April activity? So I can start kind of looking there.
And Breeze doesn't have access to that, to lead score stuff yet?
Breeze does not have access to, Breeze doesn't have access to the components of the lead score. So it cannot say it can say, I see in April they did these things, but it can't see whether that's actually part of the lead score.
Can't see the context of the lead score. So maybe we could just look at the context of the contact.
But I'm so glad Trisha and not I brought up lead scoring.
Well, I saw this in the updates and I'm like, well, maybe this means it will be in Breeze at some point.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. Okay.
Lead scoring public API. What is it? Now available in beta. This exposes programmatic access to read, create, update, and delete lead scoring configurations, read computed score values, and reset scores via versioned REST endpoints on developers.hubspot.com.
Why does it matter? Integrators can now programmatically manage scoring rules, read scores, utilize partner integrations, automation tools, and external analytics using the lead scoring public API. Chris, have I talked to you about this yet?
We have not. I do need to say I'm proud of Trisha, a little bit disappointed in you, Casey, that you did not back up Trisha with what she said. This often is indicative of if we get API access, then Breeze will also.
Well, what I'm thinking
Breeze
is,
Assistant.
if it's an API, can't you just point Breeze at the API?
Exactly.
I'm like, am I being dumb?
Nope. No.
I don't know.
Now there's no there's no official documentation to tell us that's how it works. But usually these things follow right after each other.
I guess I just didn't want to set people's expectations up. I'm just trying to help the people.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Fair.
I just don't want people to be disappointed. Let's set expectations. How I understand this is that with this, if I have Claude connected to my HubSpot, I could be editing my lead score through Claude.
Right.
That's correct. Programmatic is that word that non-developers really have never cared about before now.
Mm-hmm.
All that means is being able to, for me, it's simple as using AI to do stuff that you don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because usually it will use programmatic methods to go manage the thing, whether it's writing scripts or setting up its own little automations or code to do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, can we go to yesterday's connectors in Breeze Assistant? Because what if that connector allowed you to connect Breeze to the public lead scoring API?
This seems
you can just do it
yourself. A little bit of a backwards.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. I like the energy, Trisha.
Okay. Asana, Amplitude, Notion, Linear, G2. Coming through the beta, scroll down. We're going to get Gong, Box, Fathom, Clay, Atlassian, and more.
And more.
Yeah.
Where's Salesforce?
Not on that.
The word that's missing to make your ideas reality, Trisha, is custom connectors. Which we can do in Agent Hub and Customer Agent and various other places. I think even in the agent or automation canvas, we can throw any APIs in there. So, but that's the kind of thing don't make us do that. Don't make us set up a custom connector in Breeze to connect to other parts of HubSpot.
Mm-hmm.
I am on my side asking Breeze what it thinks about this API update to see if it does indeed now have access to the lead scoring stuff. So I'll let you know how that goes. yeah, connect all the data to HubSpot, all of the context. That's what we're going for here.
I will say I've talked to the lead scoring PM, and she was discussing those as two separate updates, which is why I was a little more confident in saying that they were different. But to Trisha's point, it's possible that Claude would be able to put those two things together because it says that with the API, it has access to read the score. And so if it can read the score, then it can compare that to the activity.
Yep. We didn't have a new look for Breeze Assistant yesterday, did we?
No. Which is interesting that this is tied to the HubSpot new theme.
Joining this beta will also enroll you in updates to HubSpot's new theme. In case you're living under a rock, classic theme will be sunset on August 31st. Please do your part as a HubSpot admin or manager in handling this proactively so nobody gets surprised. I love kind of how HubSpot does this with like, oh, what is the shiny object that's going to get you to submit to the new theme, basically. But what is this one? A redesigned Breeze Assistant sidebar that makes it faster and easier to get started, cleaner empty state, improved suggested prompts, and design aligned with the new HubSpot theme.
Why does it matter? The current sidebar creates friction at the most critical moment when a user first opens Breeze Assistant. This modernization removes that friction so more users take their first step with Breeze and get value sooner. That's not helpful.
It's not helpful?
The way it was showing. So right now, if you open Breeze, it's like, how can I help you? And it's just like a box versus the new version has suggestions, which I do think is very nice.
So the text box, for the people who listen, and I often listen to this, there's suggested prompts, like, for example, how do I create a workflow to assign new contacts to owners automatically? There's 3 of those. And then there's boxes for summarize, create, how do I, in meetings. I find the meetings one interesting.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this future of HubSpot. Start tying this to the homepage and things like teamwork. It's like wherever you're at, you're going to be able to see what you need to see and then be one click away, maybe even one voice prompt away from taking an action. Very, very cool. And so it makes sense that like all of these various updates are like, you got to get in the new theme. You got to get in the new theme. You got like, because it's not just some pretty colors and graphics and fonts. It's much more going on behind the scenes. It's been fun to watch that journey. Like it wasn't apparent when they first started doing it, but when they started dripping out, like, oh, by the way, you're not going to see this. Like we literally cannot give this new CRM index view to you because we're using better icons and stuff that fits better on spaces where there's just a million points of context. What else is on our list?
Are you saving time for Will It Breeze today?
I am.
Good. Just checking.
We might need a lot of spins to get to something relevant. We'll get there. Had some fun with it yesterday.
Have we talked about prospecting agent getting smarter?
I believe we have, but
I don't know if anything's changed. Nothing. It doesn't say anything specific's changed.
and that's actually one that I don't have because I don't have Sales Hub. Again, really excited for the future where we don't have to worry about stuff like this because Prospecting Agent has evolved to become an end-to-end outbound agent, enabling sales organizations to automatically identify in-market companies based on real-world triggers and instantly source the right contacts via third-party integrations. With this update, Prospecting Agent can detect companies that match key buying signals like growth, hiring, funding, or intent, automatically identify and source relevant contacts at those companies from within the CRM or through third-party integrations, and generate and enroll contacts in personalized email outreach and calling tasks.
Why does this matter? Sales reps currently spend significant time manually building account lists, finding contacts, and researching companies before they even begin outreach. This manual process lacks intent and often leads to engagement with prospects when the timing isn't right or produces generic outreach that doesn't resonate. Prospecting Agent addresses this by automatically identifying companies, showing buying signals, sourcing contacts, and generating personalized outreach so reps can engage buyers at the right time without any manual research. Well, that's scary. But this is as good of a time as any to soft launch my Prospecting Agent workshop.
Yeah, it is. Tell me more, Casey.
I will be hosting an in-person Prospecting Agent workshop on September 29th in Washington, D.C. We will also be having, it'll be just after Unbound, so we'll do an Unbound recap. And then the goal is to set up some prospecting agents in real time. So if you have wanted to try Prospecting Agent but haven't been able to find the time, have been anxious about what information you need and how to set that up, I'll be doing that live together.
That's fantastic. Also makes me want to drive down to DC for it, but I'm supposed to be at day 4 of a fair that day. So we'll see.
A fair probably is more fun then.
I'm so proud right now. Can I just say that?
I didn't tell Chris about this, by the way.
I know.
So you're getting his.
Oh man, Casey Hawkins leading an in-person prospecting agent setup. Like, oh man, you remember when you guys started? We don't know anything about AI and HubSpot, so we're just gonna start doing content every week. That was last year. This is awesome.
So you too, if you think Prospecting Agent sounds overwhelming, doesn't have to be.
Especially now. Like, wow. And you mentioned the scary part, like without manual research.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah, humans usually don't make time for the right amount of manual research, or they introduce a ton of bias when doing that research. So very exciting. And again, this is just the transfer of control. If you could put Prospecting Agent in a position to do this for you, you probably would have, every team struggles to move as fast as they need to move with as much relevance as they need to have when they move, right? So asking an agent, this is the perfect use of Prospecting Agent. And I love to see it.
Should we breeze?
I think we should. So I will pull it up on my side. And I suppose that like if if you guys have questions or have been curious about, I wonder if it could breeze, we can always make room for that too. But really, we would love to. And this is like where this, I hope for this to be a little bit more actionable once we clean up the wheel here. Because one thing we weren't doing before is like, it was definitely like a theory, like let's do some content about it play. But if we spin the wheel, scope, marketing events, Slack, name the next best move.
Okay. I
That's
don't
a
mind
good
this
one.
one. Yeah.
Right? And so here, let's get the prompt for breeze button. We'll give you the prompt and then copy the prompt.
Trisha, have you been on the show since Chris recreated the wheel?
No. It's my first time.
This is a
The
great
prompt
first
is new.
impression. Great first impression for Trisha, and we'll just let her know that this is how it works every time.
No, it's almost always
Different.
very random, like.
Oh, I've seen the wheel before. I know how random it can be.
It's like
and there's so many Commerce Hub, and I'm like, I'm not a Commerce Hub person. It's just not relevant for me.
It's like marketing, email, invoices, and then some random thing. I don't know. I can't even.
If you haven't seen your HubSpot homepage yet, recently, ever, this is where I'm at right now.
Ooh.
And a nice join another Orange Morning soon. All these tasks that are overdue from like December. So
beautiful.
Like mere exposure effect. Like some of these are gonna start getting checked off if I'm looking at them every day in this context. Let's refresh the feed though. See that. We've got some more stuff over here. I can't, let's do this. I can't name the next best move from Slack right now because no connected workspace sources are enabled. So there's no Slack content available to review. If you enable your Slack connected sources, I can recheck and give you the strongest next move across marketing events right away. If you want, I can also help you infer the next move. Look at these options here. This is the goal of this, Trisha. It's like, just come in and talk to Breeze. Like,
did you already update the Breeze connectors from yesterday's update? How did it know to put that as a prompt in your, that's what I was asking. Is your wheel taking all the updates into account in real time?
Oh,
no.
So it's like app. So this came from the
never mind.
The Will It Workflow wheel. Yeah.
I get it. But it's interesting that Breeze is like, I need a connector.
Right. And what's interesting, and where I'm going to go with this, but I was like, you could also go like, well, what if? And to help you infer the next move. Like there is some Slack connection between this HubSpot and one of the Slacks that I'm in. And at this point, I can just be like, oh, I thought we were connected to Slack and this HubSpot portal because I'm a HubSpot user of this portal. I see Slack notifications every day coming directly from HubSpot. And this example, like admins and HubSpot managers, the struggle that you've had to get people to understand all the complexity at work and all the time it takes and all the documentation required to make sure they get the notifications, but it's not too noisy and it has things that's relevant for them, but not ever like relevant. And when they click on the thing, it's always going to take them where they expect. There's so much that goes into that. And if we can enable folks to start coming in and having conversations with Breeze, I'm probably going to be a broken record on this every single day. That is the value of Breeze. Like, have the conversation, because this is the kind of thing. It's like, oh, I was really excited about this. And like, we just had this, like this event planning meeting like yesterday. Marketing and sales was there and there was a great vibe. So I come into Breeze. I'm like, all right, I want to do something. Like, I'm ready to participate. I'm ready to do my part. And then it's like, oh, I don't have access to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I heard it. Now I'm using my word or my interpretation of what was being said in this meeting. And that's where stuff says, oh, okay, I can't do the thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll let marketing do it. I guess I'll go Slack marketing and get in that queue. So what is my Slack experience? Findings. The Slack app is currently installed at the portal level. Status is okay, which suggests the integration itself is active.
Mm-hmm.
Slack was installed on this date at this time by this person. I also found that Slack was briefly uninstalled earlier that same day, then reinstalled. Maybe switching some Slacks around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much visibility? Like, I can't give you this visibility any other way than like just talking to Breeze for all the folks in RevOps that are dealing with, I just want to see this, but I also want to see this at the same time. Separately, Claude in Slack is also installed in the portal. How does it know that? I'm very curious to know. We're gonna need to, I think, let Casey and other folks do this, or else I'm just gonna go every which way. We're not gonna get any good clips out of this segment.
Claude in Slack. What?
No, so on my side, I have, like, in one of my Slacks, I installed via the Claude interface. I added Claude to Slack.
Mm-hmm.
How does HubSpot know that Claude is in my Slack? I'm going to ask after the show. What that means, the earlier no results message did not mean Slack isn't connected. It meant that connected workspace sources were deselected for search. So Breeze couldn't search Slack content at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue looks like search source selection, not the Slack integration itself. If you want to use Slack as a source for questions like what's the next best move, re-enable Slack in the connected workspace, then ask again.
Also, just I opened up the integrations for that portal, and there is a custom integration for Claude in Slack. I don't know if that's the same, but that's what it's referring to.
Awesome. So
I'm hearing that this would be.
This?
Where would I go with this? Well, what I almost want Breeze to do is like, fine, you're not connected, that's fine. I'm telling you I have Slack. Can you draft a Slack message?
Can you help me do this manually?
Mm-hmm.
As if we did have Slack connected so that I can share a message to the team on what the next best move is.
Yeah, so I mean, I think about my own work, and I work in a bunch of different HubSpot portals. I have different emails, different Slacks, I have all this different stuff. It's not all connected in one place. So it is very common that I'm like, I know that you could write and send a Slack message for me. I know that's something you're able to do. But right now, I just need you to write it for me, and I will take it to the right place.
Oh,
actually, I
team.
think it's the update that's tripping it up. The connected Breeze connectors is. I think before that was released, it would have just said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to look for integrations, and now I'm going to do this for you." And I think it's like ignoring the fact that the integration is there, and it's looking for this connector instead.
This is, I mean, it doesn't have access to the thing that it needs. And this is where, like, this often happens when we connect Slack for one reason, which is just to send HubSpot pings to the team versus like setting up connected workspaces with clients so that we can see all the things and activate things and do stuff, right? That has specifically in the Slack integration settings and turned off, right? So just because Slack is installed doesn't mean the access has been set up. We kind of talked about this with Aaron yesterday, like, and tokens, and like, do we have the scopes that we need? Like, you're in the connected system. Who's managing this from an AI orchestration perspective? Like, if you don't know that these things are different context flows, right? But again, it can be very hard for one person to come up to speed. So if you're enabling your team, even if the user sales wants to participate, and we can screenshot this, share it with marketing, or ask Breeze, oh, can you help my marketing team set that up? Right? Give me a brief to share with them. Like, there's so many routes where in the past it would have been like, oh, marketing told me to come in and do this thing, so I'm going to come in and do it. And then I try to do it and it doesn't work. So hopefully I go back in the Slack, manually type out what I tried to do and why it didn't work. Maybe I share a screenshot of the screen I'm trying to do it on. But so often it's like, oh, I got to get to my next client call. Like, I don't have time, and now I'm not participating like in the activity, right? So instead, we've got, hey team, Trisha and Casey, next best move for marketing events today is to tighten execution around the upcoming Another Orange Morning session. Primary focus should be finalize prep for today's event, confirm owners for any immediate event deliverables, and clear the highest priority overdue items that affect event follow through, content capture, or post-event momentum. I even got some nice shorter Slack style version, a more decisive version, or I can get a Chris style Slack post with stronger voice and clarity. I know we got to wrap, so I'm going to do this one as we wrap, just to see if it knows what a Chris style, or maybe I don't even know what a Chris style Slack post like is. So as always, it can breeze, but maybe not as the one shot, that you're looking for. Come in, have a conversation with Breeze. Let us know how it goes. I think that's maybe next step. Maybe a place to submit your screenshots of your own Breeze conversations. But that wheel is open to anybody. So if you want to see if you want to answer the question with a Breeze, check out anotherorangemorning.com/breeze. And until next time, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.
Yeah.